Well, g'day guys. Here we are back again. It's Sunday afternoon for me as New Zealand lives or continues to live in the future. So this is my early Imperial Roman cav. Obviously you can see that I am a bit further ahead than I was last time I was online. Last time I was online, I think I'd done the skin, the armor, and the helmet. I don't know if I'd even started the horses. So this is a finished, well, pretty much finished guy. And the rest of them are at this stage here. So another layer on the pants, another layer on the shoes, and today I'm about to start the white. So without further ado, we'll start into it. So yeah, I've already done sky grey underneath, and now we just need to touch up the white over top. I've only got 31 of these to do before I can go on to the next colour. So once again, yesterday was just a nightmare of a painting day. I pushed through, but it was I was having to hydrate because it was so crazy hot in here. I moved the fan closer and covered up all the windows so there was no light getting in from outside. And I got about 5 hours done, but I had a headache. My muscles were cramping, so I was drinking heaps, but my back muscles were kind of cramping up from it was just so hot. I've never actually had that happen before. Today it's a little bit cooler. It's actually been a little bit of rain outside, so I just thought, hey, let's get out there and see if we can actually get these guys finished today. I've got to do the grey on the roll at the back. Only has one, so it's got two layers to go on there. There's lots of little bits, like the hilt of the sword has to be done, the pommel of the sword. Oh, apologies, excuse me. There was a bit of water hiding in that brush. Must have been a little bit further up, and when I touched it, just poured that down onto it. Change the angle of the camera again. See if we can get it so it's a little bit closer up and still stay in view. Hopefully it's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. I contacted the guy that I'm painting these for yesterday, and he was like, oh my goodness, he painted those quite quickly. And yeah, it's kind of what I do. I got known around New Zealand. Well, I don't know if I still am, but years ago when I used to do a lot of gaming, and they'd say, well, we're doing a Napoleonic game, but we've got no guard infantry, and we need a whole guard division. And I'll go, oh yeah, I can get that done. And I'll go, we need it in a couple of weeks or a month or something. I was like, yep, not a problem. Quite used to painting fast. But the biggest thing is if you're going to paint fast, you've still got to keep your quality up. Otherwise, what's the point? I find doing 2 or 3 layers of paint actually helps me paint fast. I think I wouldn't be able to paint as fast if I was trying to sort myself out and I was only doing it one coat. I actually find that figures don't look good when I'm doing them until I put the third highlight on, and then it's like, oh, bam, pop, it pops. And you think, yep, I've actually done a good job after all. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to paint next. I'm actually thinking I should stop painting and glue up some more figures for my friend Martin. I've done a whole heap of Provost Games gluing earlier, or just around Christmas. I'm trying to get a whole faction printed, not printed, sorry, glued. I don't know where I got printed from, and then start painting them so I can paint them all together. Hopefully, get more achieved. Because I hate gluing so much, I'm just finding I was stalled and just not achieving anything. Pretty much finished 2 factions. But I think there's 6 factions in total, and I've given myself 2 years to do it. Well, a year is down, and I've done 2. So you can see my dilemma. Because I love painting historicals, I keep falling back to painting historicals. I got to get them done because I can't. I picked up a whole heap of miniatures off them to do them. That was my payment. I could select the miniatures I wanted, but of course I can't start those miniatures. I just can't do that until I have done his work, because it's just not fair. I must admit, I did base them up, but I haven't started painting them. Once I have, I can actually get stuff out of them. The other reason I'm painting these is these are painted for my daughter's wedding. Later on this afternoon, I'm hoping to I don't know why I'm doing it, because I'll never get to paint them. I always paint someone else's. I'm hoping to order some figures from Foundry. Their deal, the Christmas deal finishes on the 7th. Surmise that's the 7th over there, not the 7th here, but it's the 6th here at the moment. So tonight I was going to put an order in with the Germanic tribesmen. And, I'm going to get a decent bunch of those, and there's a few things I'm missing from my Russian army. I need some grenadier platoons, regiments. Let's say regiments. So I'm gonna order some grenadiers as well. At the moment, I don't know whether to do 2 regiments of grenadiers or to do just 1 for now and order the rest later. I have to work that out tonight, won't I? And, I mean, I want to do the German stuff, I must admit, first. And I ordered some American Civil War generals from Foundry in my last order. I actually like the cavalry, so I'll probably order some more of those too, but maybe not tonight. Because you've got to order, I think it's 16 bags, and you get a bunch of them free. And you can choose. It's about $125 New Zealand worth. You get to choose for free, and that was like a Christmas deal. So that's what I thought. Oh, Sounds good to me. Look at that. He's I didn't paint that grey, so I can't paint it white. Afternoon, how's it going? He'll go to the side. I noticed the other day when I was excuse me, I'm just going to move the other 20 odd curve towards me. There were other things that I had actually missed the other day, so if I see them, I'll put them aside, because otherwise I've got to hunt through before I'm completed. Find them. So at the moment, I'm doing the white on these guys. I was saying earlier, I'm a bit further ahead than on the last video showed. I was gone on video yesterday, but it was so hot that I could hardly think, let alone talk. And I just thought, look, I can't concentrate, paint and video all at the same time. It's just too hot. But today, it's nice. So 2, 4, 6. We've done 8. A few more to go yet. 8 plus the one the test figure that's finished. It's 9. This one makes 10. So we've only got 22 to go. And then we'll put after that, I think we'll do the next layer on his pants. So we can get the buff sorted. And lo and behold, we have another set that is only black up the top there. So we'll go with the other one, which we'll need to put sky grey on. So, on my brush. I'll try to paint it once. So got a message from David who these are for, saying that he's ordering some of the new armoured Gaelic troops to send to me. So I think they're probably on their way. And I've got Romans that haven't quite turned up yet. Roman infantry. Hopefully that's staying in focus. I know I'm whizzing them all over the place, but kind of how I paint. The plan is to have these finished by tomorrow. So I can start something new. As I said, I'll start some gluing, but I'll also, I think I might do the Gothic, or the Goth, I keep calling it Gothic, the Goth foot from Futsal Miniatures. I might do those as well. And then I've got some picked infantry. I've got 44 picked to do. I've got about 20, maybe 26 Goths that I need to do first. And they'll go with the Goth cavalry that I completed just after Christmas. So there's no Napoleonics on the horizon until later on in the year. I've got some coming from America to do. And that'll be for the very first time I will be doing Prussian. I'll be doing a bit of test figures just to make sure I get my colours right for the client. Especially when I haven't done them before, I want to make sure that they're exactly what he's after. I'll be doing a bit of study on the Prussians because I pretty much know nothing about them. Other than all the uniforms seem to be very similar. To paint anything, you've got to do a bit of study. Make sure that the client is on the same page. There's nothing worse than painting stuff, and the client goes, actually, that is not what I'm after. I haven't had that happen for a long time because I learned my lesson. Because every client's different. Some know exactly what they want, and they will supply pictures and things like that, and others just say, oh, just go for it. Paint her up. She'll be done. She'll be right. And I'm like, okay. Those of you got to be really careful with, because sometimes those are the ones that go afterwards. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted. We need to do test figures. Make sure that everybody's here. Quite nice. The white's not drying in the tray 10 seconds after you put it out. Which is what it's been doing these last few days. It's like 30 degrees every day. And that might not be hot to some of you guys in Australia, but I don't have any aircon or anything out here. I actually pulled out my red paint the other day, Citadel red paint, and it was solid as a rock. It had just dried in the bottle, and I'm thinking, hopefully there's no more of those sitting around here. So yesterday, I got this figure here, and I was taking it across the table here. I knocked it off the board, it hit the ground, and it snapped this off here. So I drilled it out, and I attached it again, but it just didn't look right. So I took his arm off, and being that it's cement glue, I just reattached another one and started from scratch. And that one is now in the bin. So, good thing about Vitrix is they come on like sprues which are multiples. And I'm only using one of these banners for the 32 CAD. So I had about 8 of these banners. So, easy enough to use one. Oh, I had someone come on and then they were gone. Hello, goodbye. See you later, sayonara. Any of you guys that would know me over the time know that I'm quite heavily involved in my local church. And today I took over the kids' church, and I'm a bit crazy. And so I had them throwing balls at me and all that kind of stuff. So I said to them, look, you can hit me 2 times. We're going to have something called Sunday, which in other words that for Sunday, we will do ice cream Sunday morning. And they, I must admit, I didn't dodge too hard. Lots of fun. Another one bites the dust. There we go. Hopefully this is easy enough for you guys to watch. What if we brightened it up for one? There's a bit of leather armour in here. That's why the white looks a bit patchy. I haven't done the leather part yet, which is mainly on the tops of the shoulder area. I thought that would be one of the last things that I paint. There's actually a bit down the bottom here as well. Look at that. So if you want to say hi or ask a question, feel free to. If you want to just sit there, you're doing something else or whatever, hey, that's fine as well. I'm going to be painting no matter what. And, it's fine. This can be as interactive or uninteractive as you want. So I've got as I said, it's Sunday today, and I've got this whole week coming up to just enjoy it myself, mainly out in the painting room here. My wife is going back to work. Actually, let's get that right. Tomorrow she's got a day off, and then she's going back to work. So I'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday to get stuff out here done. Last year, I used this time to win the analog painting challenge. You get to paint as many figures as you could over, it's about a 3-month period. Luckily, that falls on my Christmas holiday where I take a 3-week plus break. And over that last time, I painted 990 miniatures. Part of that was a French army of 500 figures. I think it was 500 infantry, but there was a heap of horses as well, cavalry. So I painted a hang of a lot less this year, this Christmas, but still enough. Keep going a bit high. So yeah, we're starting to get there. What have we got left? 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, about 13 or 14 left. Right, oh, one's just coming off its base. I I didn't attach these too well to the base card. I actually wanted them to come off really easily when I had time. So a couple of them have actually come off the bases while I've been painting, which is a bit of a pain. Not the end of the earth. And I could try and attach them again, but they're not far off finishing now. I hope to have these finished tomorrow. The main bits left are the grey at the back, the roll, and the pants really are the main bits to go. And then paint the socks on the horses and the manes, which will take, it will take a little bit to paint the socks. It's like three colours paint, different colours depending on what colour the horse is. Luckily, it's just like you put the colour on, then you put a little bit of white into it, and you paint it again, and then you put a little white into it and paint it again. So not too bad, not too hard, I should say. So guys, make sure that if you hop on later and you see something I'm doing and you go, what did you do to get that colour, or you know, some kind of technique. If there's something I'm doing that you think, oh, I don't do that, ask about it, and I'll make sure that I cover it. Like one of the guys asked about my lighting. You know, what kind of lighting, but I haven't done anything on the lighting because my lighting is absolute rubbish. I've got 3 lamps over top of me, and it doesn't do a good job. But the camera that I'm using, I can adjust the light, the aperture, I think is what you call it. So it, if I go like this, I can just change the light. So what you see is better. It looks like I've got good lighting, but in reality, my lighting is rubbish. So it's one of the things I've been thinking about trying to get sorted this year. I mean, when you paint as much as I do, it is hard on your eyes. You're sitting here in rubbish lighting. You gotta have something that's not too hot, like all these lamps put off heat. Even the ones with the LED lights seem to be putting off some heat. So you've got enough of them around you. Then I've got another light behind me. Put a big bulb in the ceiling light. Another one, go over there with the black there. Actually, here's another one with the black. So that's 4 I've missed. 4. That's not. It's getting a bit slack. That's pretty much what leaning on that guy. I must have painted over something that I wasn't supposed to. I might have to go back and check that one afterwards. So I've been asking over the wee while about what people are willing to pay for the gluing. And that I have to glue all these Victrix figures together. And I've decided that I'm going to go for an hourly rate, because if you think about it, it's a bit unfair to charge, I don't know, $1 per figure, $2 per figure, whatever it is, when they're all different. Like some of them have got so many parts, it's just ridiculous. And other infantry might not have as many parts. So if I went in and went ahead and said that that's how much it is per figure, and then it doesn't take me half as long for some, but then it takes me ages for others, I could be missing out, or I could be making the client pay way too much for what I've done. So I'm going to charge them an hourly rate, and see how we go with that, I think. Look up at the screen and guess what? I'm all by myself. I must have scared everyone away. Just about at the end of the white. What do we got? 6, 8 plus this one I'm doing now makes 9. I'll do the pence, and then I might do the next layer on the blanket before I do the leather. That's the shouldery bits there, and there's a few other bits there as well that need to be done. I'm not very good in the old terminology. Like I sent the guy I'm doing this for. I said, what colour do you want the feathers? And he sent back, can I have the whatever they were done in white, please? And I'm like, what do you call those things? Oh, they look like feathers to me. Need a special name for them. I just look at pictures and go, oh, okay, so that's how you paint it. We have things called the internet. Very good. Plus a few books. That's another one. That's another one, just like the other one. Everything good takes time. I'm trying to remember when I actually started these. It was if it was Wednesday or Tuesday last week. Actually, it's still this week, I suppose. Still on the same week. Even though I've struggled to find time, coming along all right. Well, it's not too bad when they weren't even glued together Monday. I hadn't started them, hadn't even undercoated them. I'm still pretty pleased with the way they've come together. Pretty lucky. My wife is really happy for me to just pop out here, do my stuff. She's in there reading a book. No interruptions from me. As you can, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a bit of a yakker at home. I'm reading a book for the last thing you want is someone yakking in your ear. Nope, I come out here. Paint to my heart. Actually, don't know what the time would be over everyone's way, whether it's everyone's out on the town, or whether it's bedtime. I suppose it's Saturday over there, most other sides, on the other side of the world. Yes, I haven't done the bridal either. I actually started doing that in English brown, and then I was like, actually no, that's no good. So I might do it in US. US field drab, something like that. I might do it in that. And then what am I going to put over top of it? No, I think I might do it in chocolate brown and then put the US field drab over the top of that as a highlight on it. Better. I think I've got 5 to go, and you see, I'm probably better doing it that way. A bit late. It's a bit late. I haven't worked out how I'm going to base these yet, being that the bases are, all these horses are bigger in a lot of cases than the bases that to go on. We're going on single bases. These are for display. These will never see the wargaming table. I understand. Okay. Swig from my cold cup of coffee. Right, 4 to go. Every time I look down at these guys, I can see something else I need to do. Like a leather strap that has to be done on every arm where the shield goes. And of course, I have to do the shields. I thought there might have been 6 hours worth of work left on them. Definitely. Might be getting up early in the morning tomorrow. Before the wife wakes up. And do some painting. Very quiet. Afternoons can be a bit like that. too much more of these without getting back online, because I said I'd do one every day and I just haven't been able to achieve that. Funny, it said on the weather forecast that it was going to be torrential rain this afternoon, but it's just the odd drip, like on the roof. I got a wee skylight above me. Just the odd wee tiny drip. No torrential rain at all. I tell you, after these last few days of heat, the torrential rain was quite nice. Mate, after the last few days of where I put paint out and it's dried and put paint out and it's dry, it's very nice to put one lot of white out. And here's, I'm doing the last one. After one lot of white, that's awesome. Almost impossible to have done, especially yesterday. I was absolutely exhausted at the end of yesterday. I was actually not really enjoying myself at all. I might fix up the few that I had missed, the sky grey. Finish those off, so I come back here. I need to put an order in Acorn models. I've running low on some paints. So you won't even. I didn't do any white horses. Just did a couple of grey ones and a few chestnuts. I'm not sure what it's called, sorry. But I only did about four different colours. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Yawning. Someone gets online and I yawn. Oh, awesome. Hey, how's it going? I think I just started painting out of camera shot because I was picking ones up from the other side of the table. Sorry about that. How exciting. So I've just finished doing the white on everything except 4, which I'd missed doing the sky grey here. So I just touched those up. While those are drying, I'm going to start the third layer on the paint. So we've got field US field drab, I think it is. US drab. and then we've got green ochre, and now we're going to do, if I can find it, some dark sand highlight, and that's how I do my buff, which looks like this. Yes, that's how I get my kind of buff look. Without that last one, without that third layer, here too. Sometimes it's nice to do an Agrax wash over it and just kind of ties them in a little bit better. Not 100% sure if I'm going to do that or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the autofocus on, see if I can get it sharper. If I leave the autofocus on, it puts extra things on the screen. And when you move around, it keeps refocusing on wherever you are. Now the majority of my figure just hopefully will just sit in the middle. And you're right, so it wouldn't matter. Right, stick a little bit of water in there. Right, so what we need, film the kneecap. Lost it. Right. As I always say, if you've got any questions, I know I've said it earlier in the video, ask away. The idea of doing these videos is that they're actually possibly helpful to someone. And the thing is that when you're painting other people's figures, generally to make any dosh, you've got to actually paint rather fast. Afternoon, nice to have you on board. So all my colours here that I'm using are done with 3 colours, so triads really. I try not to, other than my horses, I try not to mix my triads, but to actually use paints that are in existence, so it makes it easier, and when you come back to them you actually get the same colour every time. Hopefully I know one's chatted so far in this session since I've been on, nearly 50 minutes, no one said a thing, so hopefully you can hear me and it's not a muffle or anything. I got on the other day and I didn't realise, but my microphone actually wasn't working. You always, most of it, you always do wonder. as you can see, I mean, it's quite speedy. It's quite easy. You don't want to hold your paintbrush too tight. You want to hold it a wee bit loose. Let it in the figures, especially if the figures have got some detail, let them do the work for you. I know I've said it before, but you just don't know. There'll be some new people on. Oops. And as I said, if you want it to be these colours to like smooth in together, then I would do a wash, an Agrex wash over them if you want. And it just kind of flattens colours out, and not so stark. Depends what you like. Sometimes I do, especially on bigger areas, like backs of cloaks and things like that. Sometimes it's better to give them a bit of a wash. I don't use washes a hang of a lot. Maybe like in the armour on here I have, I always do it on the bronzes and golds. I don't do it a lot on flesh. Sometimes it can be great. Like on some yellows, I'll use a wash on yellow, and you can get just a really nice sharp yellow out of it. Just trying to remember which one I use for it. I think it's the Reichland. I think it's Reichland Flesh. I used. Might be that one, or I haven't put it away, so I can't say. It's got a kind of a yellowy tinge to it. It might be the sepia. Sure. I'm very, very knowledgeable today. Just do what it do. Hopefully it's not too dark. Would you like? Is it bright enough? Is it easy enough for you guys to see at the moment, or do you want it a bit brighter? Like, would it be better if I chuck that up a couple? Is that better? Maybe that is. Don't want it too dark, otherwise you've got nothing to see, have you? Too bright, and it's hard to see any of the detail as well. Just starting to rain a little bit more. I can hear that above me. So if you're new and you don't know how to comment, you should be able to go to the below your post. Below the video, and you should be able to type in anything you want. It'll come up on the right hand side of my screen, and I can chat. You can let me know what you're painting at the moment. What you're basing, or anything. So what I'm going to do once I've done these pants is I'm going to do the grey blanket, and then I'm going to work on the hilt of the swords. Or I might, once I've done the blanket, I might actually do the reins. Quite nice to get the first layer of that done. I know a lot of people were on Facebook were going on about sizes of the Victrix cab, the rider compared to the horses. I must admit, these ones, I don't know if these ones just because they're new, I don't reckon they look too bad. Personally, I quite like the way these guys look. I don't know if it's just me. Some of their stuff here is a bit out of size. But these aren't mine anyway, so it doesn't. Just bought a whole heap of foundry Russian cavalry from Napoleonic's army that I'm scraping together. And I must admit, I quite like them. I know they're probably only about 25s, definitely not 28 mil. They're quite cool. I reckon the Russians were some of the better Napoleonic figures that they produced. Actually, they did a really good job on this. Okay, we're getting there. We've got 6 more of this colour to do. People are always asking me how I can actually paint so much stuff so fast. Well, this is how I do it. It's just assembly. It's everything's doing the same colour. I don't do 1 or 2 figures. This guy wanted 2 bags of Victrix Cav done, so I built 2 bags of Victrix Cav, and that's what is getting painted all at the same time. And my style of painting is exactly as said. Like I'm just flicking them on. Somehow, when it's done, it looks to me and to most people seems to be quite happy with it. I mean, I'm not the most skilled painter. I know that. But if you're always looking to improve, then you're halfway there. I haven't decided what I'm going to work on this year as my self-topic of improving. I try to do something every year if I can. Maybe there's something you want to work on, and I can help you with it. Put it in a comment, leave it on a video, and maybe we can look at it together. Right, so I've just done the 3rd colour on 32 figures, and that didn't take too long. And just now that the grey is dry, I'm just going to quickly finish those off. That one's done. Once I've done the grey bags, I might hop inside, make myself a nice coffee, stretch out the bones. Yes. After all that heat yesterday and the cramping that I got in my back, I can actually feel the muscles just at this moment trying to say, hey, we're going to have a tighten up, lady. Okay. So, starting to look like they should. Starting to get there. We have done those ones. I was just looking at some that I put over to the side and hadn't realised I had put them over to the side. So I used London Grey as the first one. I'm just wondering what would be the colour for the second grey. So we'll just have a look at this one. In this case, it might be better to add a drop or two of London Grey into it. So it's not. So I've used. There's my next one. I'll put some light grey down. I might do about 75 light grey to. It might be 70-30 light grey to London Grey. Let's just see what that looks like showing. Definitely wouldn't want to be any lighter. It looks pretty light, but once I put another coat over top that's just the light grey, should sort that out. And you've got to be careful with these Vitrix. You hit the top of a spear, snap that sucker off. A strange feeling. I might have glued some of these bed rolls on that way, upside down. I'm actually painting out most of the grey below. It's almost like a dry brush, but there's plenty of paint actually on my brush. I don't want to touch the sword. Excuse me. Just put plenty of water on my brush. Try and get rid of as much of that. Touch that blue. Got a little bit slap happy there. Hey, we've got 3 people online. I'm sure one of you guys can say hello. Go on, just do it, you know. Be game. I can see that you're around. I think this is the first time I've been on for this long and haven't had a comment. Be funny if I get off at the end of this and find that I've been painting with no no volume, no sound. That would suck. The sweet sound of rain. Sweet sound of rain because it means it is not boiling hot in here. It's just lovely. Yep. Yes, I will do a another highlight over these blankets with just the light grey afterwards. But I'm going to do the start the reins next. I'm going to start those with a decided a chocolate brown first. And I'll do a highlight over that. More to go. Okay, two. I contacted the client for these yesterday and showed him a progress report, and sigh of relief. He was very happy. Hopefully he'll be even happier when they're done, completed. Right, so we need to find the chocolate brown. That one there. Paste to tidy up a little bit better, but here it is. So we're going to do the reins in. We're going to start them off with chocolate brown anyway, and then we'll put a highlight of US field drab on top of that. Maybe that. Depends on how bright I want to make it. Some water in it so I can get it flowing. Going. You don't want too much water because if you do it wrong, it's going to go all over the place. But you want enough water that you get a you drag along. So should go the distance. I'm not sure if I've got the right brush for this. You see it. So, yeah, this will obviously need a highlight, just the base coat. Your neighbour's dog's doing something in the back here. Funny thing, when our neighbour got that dog, she said, "Oh, you'll never hear it." Okay, so it's just yeah, chocolate brown as a base coat. I think the US food grid will look good as a highlight over that. Just going to look for a different brush. And we're going to put a little bit more water in the chalky. Right. That over there. Okay, here we go. That's fine. Even though it's got a nicer point, I don't know if it's going to be pressure enough. Find it. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's go back. Here, I've started this colour, which I now have to continue with. And I haven't had my coffee. So we're back down to 1. Very quiet this evening. Well, today. Actually, we'll do one more, and then I actually need to stretch my back. So we're going to finish after this set of rains here. Thank you for popping on, and if you jump on later, thanks for watching. As I said, it's been very quiet. No chatting going on tonight. No, that's fine. I'm still painting. And hopefully, so are you. Funny thing is, it might be raining, but it's still hot in my wee room. Maybe it's from yesterday, so I need to open the door and get some of that cool Come on up. So thanks for being a part of it today, and we'll catch you tomorrow. See you later.